Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, it is the 11th of October in the Philippines, which it's probably still 10 October in the US. And right now it is 10 a.m. in the Philippines. And then that means it's 10 p.m. in the East Coast?
No, 10 p.m. in the East Coast.
And then it's 7 p.m. in the West Coast.
Hey guys, my name's Hobart,
I'm Davina.
and we just moved to Philippines approximately 50 days ago, 50 some days and some change.
Yeah.
And since I've been here, I have started working for Quick Carabao Cargo. What?
No. But we are.
I'm still unemployed. I'm not employed. I am unemployed. Am I looking for a job?
No, we're not looking for work or anything.
No. And if you're in the United States, in the hustle bustle, kind of like thinking about your dreams, follow them. You know, that's what we did.
Yeah.
What we're doing right now is 20 years in the making, but we hustled while we were in the United States. So
yeah. So we retired from the military after doing 20 years. Well, he did 21, but I did 20.
Yeah, we couldn't stay. We couldn't stay in the military
I
any
couldn't
longer.
stay much longer.
It was enough. As you climb higher in the ranks, there was more politics, and it wasn't about the soldiers anymore. It wasn't about things like that.
I think it's much simpler when you're a private.
Yeah.
You know, and then as you go up higher, it's just kind of like.
It's like, oh wow.
Ooh.
You got to wheel and deal to get stuff too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyways, hey, we have 2 people in here watching. Thank you for hitting the like button. And so we wanted to tell you about yesterday, and then we wanted to talk to you about today. We're trying to do daily lives. Can't promise you the time that we'll be doing the daily lives, but we try to do them. And then of course, if you want to see our daily life without like all the just like dialogue about it, we show you our life in the province, and so you can go and look at our videos in the video section of our channel. So we wanted to talk to you. Yesterday, Hobart put up a TV. Now, we shipped our TVs from America to the Philippines, and I would say that was a good thing that we did. I don't think it's good to ship your whole house. I don't think it's good to ship anything old or that's already used. You know, maybe you're thinking you're going to use it in the Philippines. I'd say leave everything behind, maybe sell it, all that, but buy yourself new electronics while you're in the States and mail them to yourself. So, is there people in the roof? Oh, they're on top of the roof, yeah? Whoa. Okay, anyways, we do have construction here at the house, but I wasn't expecting all the movement that we heard right now. So anyways, we sent ourselves 2 Costco TVs. And so one of the TVs is like, well, they're both really for our new house that we're supposed to build. But I think it's going to take us like maybe 2 years to build the next house. So are we really going to keep our TVs in a box and never use them for 2 years? And the answer to that was no. So yesterday night, I believe like the day before, Hobart went ahead and installed the TV. And it's a massive one, right? And he put it in our bedroom. And now we can sit at our bed and watch some TV. It's good quality. It was actually an off-brand. Hi, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like a brand that was new to America, but it's like it's an Asian brand TV that we bought while we were in the States. We bought it at Costco. And so anyways, we shipped it here. It wasn't very expensive to ship. And if there's anything that I would ship, it would be electronics. So I would ship a TV all over again. I also would ship a bed. Like I would ship a Tempur-Pedic bed because we haven't been able to find Tempur-Pedic out here. And then he set the TV up, and we didn't get to enjoy it until yesterday. And if there's anything that felt like as normal in my life as it's ever been, it was chilling with my husband watching TV. And so yesterday we did watch a show for the first time in 50 days or more, because we've been moving all prior, like the month prior to us moving to Philippines. So we probably haven't had like a chill day like that for at least 3 months, where we're sitting down watching TV and just kind of like vegging out, being not in a rush, enjoying TV. See, back in the day, and this is not too long ago, so in the US, he and I would have date night. And what we'd do is we'd get our charcuterie, we'd get a beverage, we'd sit down together, have date night watching TV in our home. Because when you have kids, you have date night at home. And so yesterday we were able to have our first time where it felt like, oh wow, it feels like kind of like a date night. So it was really cool to set up the TV and kind of like situate our house so it feels kind of like normalcy. And so yeah, yesterday was the first time that I felt like, since I moved to the Philippines, like my life was kind of normal. You're still battling with some things. Like I'm still trying to get rid of the flies and the bugs that are jumping on me while I'm on a walk. We yesterday I think we ran in the morning and then we ran in the evening. I think we did like at least 8 miles, walking, running. And so that was good. We got a nice trail where we go exercising. It's in the rice fields, in the corn fields, but it's really, really nice. And then we just been kind of like just living our lives normal. But since we live in the province, we've actually been really, really busy for being people who live in the province. Right? Okay. What's up?
Sorry, my watch thing just fell off. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You came in. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, so when some things make noise on the roof, guess what? You go over there and investigate. So I went out there to investigate. They're working on the second floor and the structure in the back, so they just put some. They're using the roof basically as the support system for the second floor because the roof is in the way of the rebar that they're trying to install across this way. So not bad. It's good. No issues at all.
So there's people on a roof right now.
No, nobody's on the roof. It's just the rebars on the roof. They just put the rebar. So instead of the rebar being on the floor, they put the rebar on the roof. So as they feed it through on one side as a support beam, then it's dragging on the roof.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's nice. So I missed a few things. I just want to let you guys know I'm gonna pop in and out during this live because one, I have construction outside, and then two, we have people coming in to install the
stove.
The stove. So yeah.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh. Hey, Kevin. Kevin's in El Paso, and I think Yu-Gi-Oh is in the Philippines. So yeah, that was it. What else did I miss? You talked about diet already and stuff.
I talked about how you installed the TV.
Yeah, normalcy, right? So I installed the TV in the bedroom, and there's a backstory behind this, right? So I went to Costco before coming to Philippines because.
Oh, hi, Paco.
Hey, what's up, Zarep Kram? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, it's great.
Wall mount.
Yeah, wall mount. Yes.
Okay, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, so went to Costco, right? And I was looking for a 65-inch TV. I've never seen this brand before. It's called Hisense, right? And I bought like a 65-inch TV. It was cheap. It was less than $400. Right? I'm like, what is going on here? It was less than $400, $350 or something like that. So did some research. I bought the TV, hoping that it was $220. But after I bought it and I sent it off, it was $110. Right. And so I did a little bit more research. I saw Hisense TV while we were shopping around at the SM malls here. And so yesterday I finally got the wall mount, mounted the wall mount on the wall. And I finally have the open up the box of the TV. And so I was like, man, this is gonna be horrible, right? I planned for it already, and I bought a 110 converter, 220 to 110. Hold on, let me show you to you guys.
See, I don't know all the technical stuff when it comes to installing anything. I don't pay attention to any of it. I just let my husband do it all. I don't know where he put the converter. Oh, but here it is. Oh, here it is.
So here it is, guys. I went to the local hardware store and I bought this thing. It's called May J, whatever. All right. And
500 watts.
It's basically 500 watts, 220 down to 110 volt.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
220, right, down to 110 volts. So I prepped for it. Right.
How much
and
did that cost?
This thing right here cost 1,700 peso, which is about 25 bucks. 25 bucks.
Yeah, maybe.
And it is 60 hertz at 500 watts. All right. So it's not bad. It's not bad. So I open up the box, right? I'm thinking like, well, guess what? I'm gonna have to install this. Everything's ready to go. I open up the manual and whoop-de-doo. Guess what? It's 110 and 220. So whoo! I just want to let you guys know I dodged that one, right? Because this thing is heavy. This thing I was gonna have to mount this wall. It's a good 15 pounds, 10 to 15 pounds. So I thought I was gonna have to mount it on the wall, make it look good, blah blah blah, whatever. But the Hisense TV works. So if you are planning to buy a Hisense TV in the United States,
It's actually really good.
right? It is good. It's
free advertising.
yeah,
You're welcome.
4K. Right. It's got like it's a smart TV. You can there's a microphone on it. You can give it commands and things like that. It's actually really really nice. I mean, I'm the tech guy. I'm the TV guy. I'm the guy that's like, this is what I want. I want 4K. I want it to be compatible with my PS5, right? But what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, it was real easy plug and play. So when we turned it on, I was able to hook it up to the Netflix right away, and I started watching TV immediately.
Yeah, it was just right out the box. And so
no keyboard.
No keyboard with a TV.
We're not in 2030 yet.
Yeah, I'm not planning to surf the net with my TV. I have my laptop for that. I have my phone for that. It's not for not TV. So that was nice. If you guys are planning, whoever is out there in the United States,
Kevin
if you are
fashion.
planning to buy a TV and bring it to Philippines, yeah, that was a good buy. In fact, that was a great buy. Think about this. So how much is $350 in the US? Let me get my handy dandy calculator because I got it. Oh my goodness, what in the peanut butter is that?
Well, peanut butter and jelly. Okay, hold on, I'll clean it.
Hold on. Ew. Let me get an update.
It's not that serious.
All right, do the calculation.
Okay. Are we trying to figure out how many pesos it is?
Yeah.
Okay. $350 times 50 peso. I just do 50. It's 17,500.
17,500
pesos.
So there's no way you can buy a 65-inch TV.
No way.
For 17,500.
No way.
So let's add another $100 to that, right? Let's say $400 because we had to ship it. We had to ship it, right? So let's add another 150.
Yes, I would say ship your electronics.
So
brand new TV, yes.
Even if when we send it, right? Because Forex and Quick Carvel Cargo will get it to your spot. I mean, this box was great. It was in impeccable condition.
Yeah, he says that it goes through the commercial stuff anyways because it's a TV, so it goes through the commercial connexes, yes. And so you totally bypass the what is it?
So let's go 500. Let's go 500, right? I bought the TV for $350, right? And let's just say I shipped it for 100, 150. So I'm just gonna max it up at 500 times 50, right? That would cost 25,000, right? 25,000 peso. For 25,000 peso, you can probably buy a 22-inch, maybe a 30-inch,
depending on where you go. And it's
crappy. Like it's
the processors and the chips are really crappy here.
For a 65-inch TV, Hisense, right? That's 110, 220 compatible. It's got Netflix. It's got applications you can use there already. It is 4K. You can't get any better than that. And so if you're planning to buy tech right?
Buy your
Go
tech
buy your
in the
tech in the
States.
States. TV, right? They can go. So when I was talking to Forex guy, he said that they can go like 75, 80, 100 inches TV,
Yeah.
right? And so that's pretty big. When you send it here, it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper when you do that, comparable to if you buy it here. Here, you're gonna purchase that same TV for 3 times, 4 times the amount
the
that
price.
it costs.
Yeah,
So
no.
I don't know. Maybe it's the trading between the country and the United States.
Yeah.
That's why it's a lot cheaper. But tech in the USA is a lot cheaper than
And
it is in
it's
Philippines.
better quality. Yeah. We were just and a lot of stuff out here is like knockoff.
It is
So
knockoff.
so
Yeah, but
you
yeah, that's
you
I
could
agree,
be
I agree.
going you could be going to a store and you're thinking you're buying Nike, but you're buying Mikey.
Mikey.
And it is
It's got like 2 check marks.
no,
Hey, from the
it
swap meet?
looks
From the swap
like
meet?
it looks like I should work as a sales rep. Yeah. No, it looks like it might be legit, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, don't be fooled. Okay, you wearing Mikey's, all right?
Mikey's, yeah. Hey, Hisense, if you want to send me a shirt, I can definitely. I don't mind wearing a Hisense shirt, but check out my quick Carabao.
He's very proud.
Dude,
of
this
it.
is like my first, my like.
It's his first.
Dude, it's
swag.
like it's my first swag. Like, right, like the guy gave it to me, and
for being a YouTuber,
for like, well, cause I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I'm happy. I'm
He's
happy.
like,
I'm like,
"Here you
wow,
go,
dude,
yes."
that is how ingenious is that? Okay, we all know if you're Filipino, right? If you're in the United States, you don't know what a Carabao is, right? You're gonna have to look it up.
You don't
right?
know?
It's a freaking bull, right? So this bull is the workhorse basically in Philippines. And guess what? Quick Carabao Cargo. If you know what a Carabao is, it is slow. It is the slowest thing in the world, right? But they made it into a slogan, right? So now I'm picturing a running bull, Like, it's just awesome. It's great, right? It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's in love with his country, of course, Philippines.
I love it. It's awesome.
And,
it's great.
We're having a real good time here since we moved here. There's been a lot of stuff that kind of shocks us, but then there's also a lot of stuff that just makes us really happy to be where we are. Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for my office to get done, and then at my office I'll install a TV, another one.
No, not in your office. I'll never see you. Oh my God. That's a horrible idea. Anyways, shut up. You're keeping that other one in the box.
Oh gosh. I guess I can't open it for the next 3 years because that's when we'll move into the next house. But anyways, enough said. Today or yesterday, what else did we do? We talked about we were thinking of talking about like coming online,
kinds of stuff, telling you everything we know about our life here in the Philippines. Can I just tell you about the diet? Can I talk about diet in the Philippines?
Bruh, I'm losing weight.
We're losing globs and globs.
I am worried.
Okay, maybe I'm not.
I am worried that I'm losing too much weight.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
But I am worried that I'm losing too much weight.
Maybe you got like a ring. What do you got? One of them worms?
I might have a worm. I might have a worm inside me. But I'll tell you what, that worm is doing a hell of a job. Okay, it's doing a hell of a job. It's only gonna. I thought it was gonna take me a year to see my 6-pack, my 8-pack, but I think it's coming around.
And yeah, it's
gonna take me about a couple of months, 3 months. I'll see my abs soon. Okay.
Yes.
So for those of you guys who aspire to lose weight, come to Philippines, right?
I thought, he's Mr. Retired over here. He's gonna start using a cane, but no, this dude is running as fast as he did when he was in the service. Yes, I'm like, okay, you still got it, boy.
I do. All the old ladies be like, "Who's that guy over there?"
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That's a stupid haircut.
No, Nah. There's plenty of dudes with long hair out here.
Okay, so let's talk about diet real quick, right? So I am eating 2-3 plates of rice, probably every meal. Right, because we eat at Maria Paula's, and it's like the best thing.
You are the best.
Oh my God!
Yes, her food is amazing, and it's very affordable,
and it's tasty.
So like you could feed all of us, and we always have extra food left over because stomachs are way smaller than our eyes.
Oh,
And we end up spending like 250.
250
peso.
That's $5 for their entire family.
Yeah. That's
a
good.
meal.
That's good eating.
That's like
right
with
there.
rice and all that. And
And
granted,
it's
we
like
have like
flavor.
we have water at the house and things like that, but we don't drink soda anyways. But yeah, the diet here is nice. I am mainly focused on vegetables, a little bit of meat, and it's
Mhm.
working. It is working. I don't know if I'm drinking too much water. Maybe it's the
Yeah.
weather outside. I'm sweating all that much. But for those individuals who are planning to lose weight, okay, and you can say like, look at the previous videos. I started going to the gym with my cousin, but I stopped. Because we only went for like 2 weeks out of the month that we were supposed to go, but I stopped going.
He was saying, look, I need a tetanus shot for that gym, and maybe a rabies shot. That's what he was saying.
Yeah. It's just the stuff there is dated. It's not like Planet Fitness or 24-hour fitness or anything like that. It is a Filipino gym. Have you ever been to a Filipino gym in the province? That's exactly what it is.
It's like a gym on deployment, but a little bit more used, a little bit more dated. No, because the gym on deployment is actually a lot better, probably.
Yeah, the gym on deployment in Kuwait and
No, I'm not talking the beautiful gyms.
No,
I'm talking about the ones that are
over there in
just like lift the weights.
The colonies or whatever in Kuwait.
Bakal gym.
Like yeah, it's just basically that's what it is. It's just all it is just weights.
And are there ladies in the gym?
Sometimes, yeah.
What? You told me there was no girls at those gyms.
Lady boys. There's lady boys in the gym.
He lying.
There's some girls in the gym. So the lady at the counter is
who is at the gym? Who are these girls?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to them.
Okay.
When I go to the gym, I just like to work out. I focus on myself. Now they can check me out all they want, but that's not that's free to check me out. Just don't talk. You know what I mean? I don't go over there and approaching people. But yeah. So Yu-Gi-Oh says it's called Bakal Gym, which means metal gym, and that's exactly what it is.
Oh yeah, metal gym. Yeah.
There are no machines. There aren't anything like that. They have a bicycle and yeah, that's it. That's all they have is bicycle, and then the rest free weights. But it's nice. It did what I needed to do, which is to speed up my metabolism. Now I stopped going to the gym, and we just go for walks, and we started running.
Yeah, we've been running
for the last 2 days. We've been running, and I think that it's gonna speed up my metabolism even faster.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. Whether maybe the rice is just right off the crop, and we're eating the rice like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the fresh vegetables,
rice, fresh veggies.
But none of this stuff is frozen. You go to the market, you buy a piece of chicken, it's fresh. Piece of meat, it's fresh. Vegetables, it was picked that morning.
Right. That's if you go to the wet market. But if you go to the grocery store, you can find stuff that hasn't.
I don't want to say wet market, right? Because everyone knows in the United States that wet market is like the ones that they've heard from China. Okay. This one is just a market. It's just a market.
It's still a wet market.
Okay. It's just a market. All right.
Hi, Money Printer.
And so it's just a market. You go to the market, everything is fresh, right? Yeah, my diet is working. It is.
Yeah, and
man, Money Printer. See, Money Printer came on when I started talking about China, and it's like, dude, come on, man. Robert Morris, what's
Hi,
up?
Robert.
What's up? Oh my goodness! No, we're not talking about China. I'm just saying.
Hi, Robert.
Man,
Roberto, and you got Robert. Hi, guys.
Okay, Money Printer never stops.
The like button.
Wants to get all political and talk about China. Okay.
No, that's not even where it's going. He's just wondering what you were talking about.
Yeah. Come on, deployment to Philippines.
We are deployed.
Yeah, we're deployed to Philippines, and guess what, man?
Currently deployed to Philippines.
Fresh food, fresh vegetables. You're gonna lose weight. You know what I mean? And you go to a Bakal gym. It's just a gym in Kuwait, basically.
Yeah, so he's saying that China's been talking about coming to the Philippines.
So I heard they are talking
Yeah.
about China in the Philippines. That is true. They're talking about China in the Philippines. So let me just cover this real quick, guys. So China has this policy, that 9-dash line or something like that, and what they're doing is they're expanding their borders way past where it needs to be. Well, now they turned Philippine Sea into South China Sea, which is inaccurate. It's not accurate because Philippine Sea has always been there. So I guess there's talks back and forth between the nations, blah 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 blah, right? But I think that it's not a good idea for whatever.
It is not a good
It's not a
idea,
good idea.
for countries to be taking over other countries. We were living in harmony and peace for a minute.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. I heard they are taking. Okay. Give our West Philippines seas back. Yu-Gi-Oh says, give our West Philippines seas back. You know what? I totally agree with you. The Philippines, as I am doing my research, it's very rich in like natural resources.
Oh yeah,
It is very rich in natural
the
resources.
ground is very fertile,
Mhm.
and there's tons of animals.
I would say the sea is
Yeah.
even rich because we in Philippines has like one of the largest what do you call those sea places?
But seafood or
No.
What?
Where they live and grow and things like that.
Oh, a natural like reef or something.
Yeah, there you go. We have
Yeah.
like one of the largest reef here in Philippines. And so Yu-Gi-Oh says, but at least we have the gold in the FIBA basketball. Dang!
Yeah,
he went
that's
there.
true.
He went there.
That's
Okay.
true.
So we talked about FIBA basketball, right? It was something that started in France, and Spain joined in, and then something late 1902 or something like that, or 19. I gotta get my facts right. But Philippines joined, and Philippines just got the gold this year. And so I know how difficult it was to get one of those jerseys. I got a jersey for one of my cousins. He called me up. He's like, hey man, I need one of those jerseys. So I had to go over there and kind of like.
And the long form video for that it's up in my queue, so it'll be coming up real soon, so you guys can watch that.
And that's when we visited BGC, right?
Yeah, it's our first time in BGC.
What's it called? What, Nike?
Nike Fort.
Nike Fort. Or
Yeah.
Fort Nike. It was, and it was nice. I love my cousin, right? I grew up with this guy. I met him when I was in 7th grade. I didn't know how to speak English, but he was very smart. I mean, he was like the freaking Filipino. All right. So if you ever meet a Filipino that has it all, this guy has it. He had the smarts, right? He was just freaking smart. He's a computer engineer. This guy is a freaking he's a freaking geek, but I love him to death.
Yeah.
But he called me up and he's like, hey man, hook me up. I was like, no problem, we'll go. And for us, I'm like, what is Nike Fort? You know what I mean? I don't care where it's at. We're gonna go just to have
we're on an island.
Just to have
anywhere.
An adventure. Just to leave the house, have an
He's
adventure.
He's like, what? You're leaving the house just for my jersey? Like, we ain't got nothing else to do.
We ain't got nothing else to do. I was like, I want one too. I don't know what FIBA is. I don't really play basketball, but I want one too. Okay. So it was great. So I'm glad that we got a shirt for him. This guy has been playing basketball since he was younger, and he had a basketball hoop in the backyard, and we would actually play back there. He cheated a couple times, you know what I mean? I let him win every time.
Oh my God!
I let him win every time. And I was
God!
Right. Just so I can play with his Legos, okay? Just so I can play with his Legos. Yes. So I digress. We'll go back to the diet.
You know what? Okay, so fish is actually really important to the Filipino. I'd say that fish is in everything because they've got this sauce. It's called like fish sauce, right? And so they make this fish sauce and they add it to everything. It's called bagoong or something. So fish is very important. Fish is very important. And then just the other day, Hero, like we had gotten him different meals to try and he went straight for the fish. And and I like fish as well. My husband eats fried fish. But yeah, if I get a chance, like we go to any restaurant and they specialize in seafood, fish always, every day. And fish is a big thing. He was saying when he was a kid, they would get rice and then they'd have a fish and they'll fish oil and then that's how they would eat
Mm-hmm.
with some kamatis, right?
Yeah,
Tomatoes.
yeah. So it's called the bagoong. What she's talking about is bagoong. There's also patis, but bagoong is nice. It's an acquired taste, but it is in everything here in the Philippines.
Shrimp paste,
Oh,
shrimp sauce, or okay, yeah.
So
patis.
patis is fish sauce. Bagoong is shrimp paste. Well, yes and no. The bagoong I know, it's still kind of fish sauce.
Yeah.
We call it aramang or alamang. That is shrimp paste.
Ah, that's true.
Mhm.
Because the shrimp paste is the pink thing, right?
Yeah, that is like baby shrimp.
Right.
That's baby
And
shrimp.
Himiko looks in and she's like, "What's that pink stuff?" And I just be like, "Oh, it's candy." And she's like, "She's not fooled." And she's like, "I'm not eating that."
So yeah, rice here. I don't know what it is. Maybe they put some different chemicals in the rice going to the United States, but rice here is good. Like,
and we fry the fish. We ain't baking nothing. Oh, but barbecue is good.
oh, barbecue's good. But then again, all the stuff here is fresh, so you can get the freshest ingredients.
Mhm. Doesn't tear your stomach up.
No.
I mean, like, okay, so I'm gonna talk about something very controversial right now.
Go ahead.
MSG.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
What?
MSG.
What that is?
What is that?
What that
Your
is.
brain is all erased. You don't know what MSG. So MSG is used in the diet, though.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh says bagoong and rice, bro. You gotta add some tomatoes in that, okay?
Some kamate.
Yeah, and then you gotta eat it with your hand.
So I do know that there's this stuff. It's called like ano something. Ano.
Ajinomoto.
What? No, babe. Like, what's the MSG? Like, they sell it at the store.
Ajinomoto. Oh my gosh, I just told you.
Ajinomoto?
Yeah.
So
Let
they
me just
sell
look
it
up.
in little bags. It looks like sugar or salt, but it's MSG. And it has no flavor if you were like to taste it. But you put it in your Ajinomoto,
Ajinomoto, which is monosodium glutamate. All right. What is monosodium glutamate? Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything, but I do know that they use it to tenderize the meat. Right? And what it does, it makes you like love the food so much that you keep eating and eating. And so MSG is not good for you because it does something like a brain killer or something. What does it do?
Seasoning. It's a commercial seasoning made out of glutamic acid and a taste of umami. So it's probably predominantly from Japan or something like that. So scientists and health experts have proven time and time again that MSG is safe for people to consume. Regulatory bodies like U.S. Foods and Drug Administration, too, have never been able to confirm that MSG causes any reported effects such as headaches.
Why is it rumored as harmful?
Okay, in the 1960s, a letter published in the United States Medical Journal alleged that eating Chinese restaurant food triggered headaches, heart palpitations, and other symptoms. This led to widespread misconception of MSG, which Chinese restaurants were known to use, cause these symptoms. The term Chinese restaurant syndrome (CRS) was coined, raising anti-Asian sentiment in the U.S. at the time. Fueled them. Yeah. So I guess they're saying the MSG is okay. It's not bad. Blah blah blah. But do your own research. I just Googled this up. Since it's in Google, it's correct, right?
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, no, it's correct. Okay.
Well, anyways, I mean,
we don't cook with MSG. No, we don't cook
okay,
with MSG.
so like my son told me my meat was chewy, so I threw in some MSG, and then the next meal they were like, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah. So Yu-Gi-Oh's like Asian cooking really needs MSG. All right. And Robert says it's a myth. It's a myth. Yeah, I that's what it says right now. The article was basically talking about that the myth was generated in 1950s.
Yeah.
And which anti-sentiment against Asian cultures or something like
So
that.
you're gonna find MSG in food, guys.
In food, yeah. Here in Philippines, you're gonna find it. So
it's sold in the grocery store. Looks like salt or sugar.
Yeah, it looks like it's a white
powder.
White powder. It's not powdery.
It's like crystal.
It's crystal.
It's like a white crystal. And I used it. I found his mom's MSG, and I threw some into the food, and we didn't start clucking like chickens.
Oh
or
yeah,
anything.
so Roberto Alejandro says Nor chicken powder has MSG.
Interesting.
Hey,
And
whoa, I
I use that
use Nor.
Nor
Okay,
chicken
yeah, we use
powder.
MSG.
Okay.
We use MSG. Okay, and whatever it is in MSG, it's helping me lose weight. Okay, so it's good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. It's a part of my diet at this point, and yeah, it's good.
I think
Yeah,
also
Mamacitas also has MSG. So anything that any seasoning that you purchase
Philippines,
from
MSG.
Philippines or a Filipino store in the United States, I guess has MSG. Do your own
Yeah.
research. You know what I mean? But yes, sinigang. Yu-Gi-Oh is talking about sinigang.
Yeah, we love
Don't get me
sinigang.
started. Sinigang
Free
is good.
sinigang all the time.
Okay, so fresh food, fresh fish, never frozen.
And
Right.
even the animals, I feel like the animals are farmed like, with dignity.
So Kevin says, Kevin
No,
Morgan says MREs
no.
have MSG.
MREs do not have MSG.
I don't know. We'll see. But
MREs have a lot of preservatives.
Mhm. We yesterday, so Dee and I went to look at properties yesterday, right? We drove to from Tayog to Asingan, and we saw a property. This property was 3,500 square meter, and it was nice.
Dude,
It's prime
dude.
location. It had columns in the front, right? It had 2 gates on 2 main highways.
We were looking at some immaculate property.
It was nice. The owner was a doctor. And she was saying like, hey, I've been getting offers from McDonald's and all these large
I was like,
corporations.
you're talking to 2 peasants.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so let's talk prices, right? She's like, it's 3,500 square meters, right? And it is 5,000 per square meter. I'm like,
I said
at 17.5 million pesos.
I said,
okay.
We can't compete with McDonald's. we're just regular people here.
All right, so
That was funny. Our Philippine journey. Hi, hello, Mike and Arlene. Hello.
So 17.5 million peso, right? She's like 3,500 3,500 square meter
per square meter.
Per square meter.
Okay,
it's
the
5,000. No, it's 5,000 peso.
No,
per square
but look,
meter.
the properties we've been looking at are 100 square meter to 400 square
100
meter.
peso per square
and
meter.
we were told by a local farmer, if it's over 100 square meter, 100 a square meter, don't buy it. Okay,
yeah.
And then we get pulled over to another city,
town, yeah.
and they're like 3,500 a square meter, and I'm just like, yeah, no, we're not those people.
Yeah, hey, Roberto did it. Like, yeah, it was 300K, and she wanted cash. I'm like,
and it was just land. There was no
land. There's
house
nothing
on it.
And then, so she's like, I also have 6 hectares. It's behind my back. It's in my backyard, and that one is also equivalent in price. So 6 hectares, right? That is 60,000 square meter. 60,000 square meter. That's better priced, but still, it's still a lot. 17 million, give or take. So yeah, we're gonna stay in our area over here by Tayog area, and we're probably gonna purchase here. And she's like, what's your budget? And I said, well, for a beach house, my budget is about 5 million, and then but for agricultural, 1 million. And she's like, oh, okay, well, I have another plot of land, and but it's in the back. I said, all right, we'll take a look at it. We couldn't get out of there fast enough because this lady, she's a doctor. She's definitely you look inside the house and it's like
you walked into a billionaire's mansion. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I was like, I think we have to take our shoes off in this house.
We took our shoes off.
And then I was like, we sat down. I was like, am I allowed to sit on these chairs? Because like they're way fancy. And I felt like I had gone into like Wonderland. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm Alice,
it's a beautiful home,
and I'm in Wonderland, mm-hmm. and I'm just like, okay, yeah, we need to go.
But let me tell you, right? This doctor was in her 80s, and I'll tell you what, she probably looked like she was in her 50s. right?
Oh yeah.
So that MSG works.
The
maybe
diet here
maybe the
works.
diet here works. Maybe it's the MSG. Maybe it's the sinigang. Maybe it's the fresh fruits. But I'll tell you, people here in Philippines live long. My uncle, right? He is in his 60s, right? Almost in his 70s. He is out here cutting trees in our backyard. Okay, he would ride a tricycle. He would go there, pick things up, move furniture around. I'm like, dude, this guy is strong. Like, what? He's almost 70 years old. So I don't know. Well, there's something out here in Philippines that
Strong
they're feeding their
bones,
people,
strong
right?
people.
That causes people to live longer.
I think it's the hard labor, because if you exercise daily, you're moving your body and all that, it helps with like the blood flow and your cholesterol, and you're not, having a sedentary type of lifestyle. It keeps you going.
Yeah.
know?
So our Philippines journey says the difference between titled land with a clean title, with titled land with clean title, no back taxes, and all the other issues can get very expensive. I totally agree with that. Our Philippines journey, because we've looked at land already, and it's only a tax declaration,
And that was cheaper.
So it's a lot cheaper.
And we ain't touching that with the 10-foot pole.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper, but at the same time, it's got back taxes on it. And so we're not like, we're good.
Yeah.
And so Roberto Alejandro says pricing is all over the place. We bought land 5K a square meter. Oh yeah. That's what the doctor was trying to sell us, 5K per square meter.
Like, we're interested in, living closer to the beach,
Yeah, living to the beach. Was it fresh? Was
But
it fresh?
maybe
Who
we
was
need
it that
like
lived at the beach? Fresh?
I think Palawan
Palawan
has better prices.
Yeah, Palawan has
So
better
I think
prices.
we need to try and get
we
out
need to
that way.
Get to Palawan.
But you got to get on a boat, you
You got to drive, get all that stuff. Plus, it's closer to that encroachment place over there.
The encroachment, China.
She said it.
I'm going to swim in the sea, the
It's a Philippine
Sea.
sea. It's Philippine Sea. So, yeah. What else did you want to talk about today? So, construction, right?
Yeah.
So this morning, got up early. Last night, actually. It started last night. The guys were like, hey, we need some more wood. Okay, so these guys need 2x3 by 12-foot wood. Okay. And so I had to go there, call the guy. I'm like, hey man, I need this much more. And then they need like this phenolic plywood or something like that. It's a crocodile. It's a black plywood with crocodiles on it. Maybe, but it's what they do is they use it
for the
specifically for concrete to case the
pour,
the posts,
Mm-hmm.
and then to case the solid concrete. And so the reason why they don't use plywood is because plywood does bubbles, and then what plywood does without this black stuff on it is that it's harder to take off. So when your plywood, it's only like one-time use, but this phenolic board that they use is multi whatever use.
Multiple uses,
2-3 times a use. And so I had to go get up this morning, buy it. And, this is 50 days, 50 some change into it. I'm a little wiser with financially, right? So before I would just used to just take the word of like the hardware stores and stuff like that. But now I'm learning that I can shop around, and I found some of these boards very inexpensive. And so
at like the department store.
Yeah. Unlike the department store and all these other places. So if you shop around, if you have time to shop around, lumber, all these plywoods and things like that, you can get them at cost, right? Where these department stores basically purchase them, and then it saves you a lot of money.
Right, because I think they probably get their supply from the department store to resell it.
No,
so they're trying to make money.
They get it from the main source, then take it to the department store or whatever. Then they sell it to the population. I want to cut the middleman. I don't want to go to the department store. I want to go directly to the guy, so that way it's like,
right.
I can pick and choose what I want. Like, hey, this is what I want. This is how much I need. And I'm buying in bulk, so I'm getting a lot price. I am buying
the contractor price, like
the amount that the stores, the department stores would purchase, and
right,
so then it pushes the price down.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So we've been building. We've got this whole new building that he's erected, and
He's-
we're encroaching onto
the river. in
the
the back.
river, the waterway, and we're basically giving ourselves more surface area. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's
We'll find out if I get in trouble. If I get in trouble, then we'll take off that part. But if not, then we're good to go.
you're just gonna leave it.
So our Philippine journey says first rule is to get a copy of the title. On the title, it will have a survey that signs the boundaries. Then get a survey company to verify that the lot lines are what you're buying.
Mhm.
Got it. Thank you so much, our Philippines journey.
Riverfront property.
No. You don't want this one. It's a creek. It's not a river. It's a creek.
It gets all the gray water.
It gets all the gray water. Okay, so all the sink water and people wash their
I
hands.
did see kids playing in it
Mhm,
yesterday, and I was like, tetanus! Y'all need some tetanus shots, okay?
So verify the lot lines are what you're buying. I see.
yeah.
So Philippines Journey says that's a huge scam in the Philippines. Yeah, I totally agree, dude. So our Philippines Journey, thank you so much. Right, let me just tell you something while you're on. We talked about it on the previous live, but I think it's important that I talk about it now as well because you're here. Maybe you can verify some of these things that we're saying to us. I had an agent, right? Agent who
This is interesting.
right, an
Pay
agent,
attention.
a real estate agent, who basically says, "Hey, I get 5%." I'm like, well, what do you mean you get 5%? Like, yeah, whatever, whatever you're buying the land for, I get 5%. That's the agent's fee. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Can you explain it to me? Well, usually when land is being sold, there's an agent fee. You know what I mean? If I am your agent, you have to pay me 5%.
Agent.
And so I said, okay, all right, sounds good. So I'm the buyer, right? I had to kind of like talk to like in this manner. I was like, I'm the buyer, right? Whoever the agent is supposed to find me, right? It's the seller who's supposed to pay the agent to find a buyer, right? Because it's the seller who's trying to get rid of their property. I am the buyer. I don't pay. I shouldn't pay 5%. And so when I started making sense in that manner, right? Then the agent was like, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, we'll talk about pricing later on," and da 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 da. And I'm like, "Okay." So now we're delving more into this. And so for those of you guys that are planning to come here to Philippines and you're talking to an agent, right, to purchase land or whatever it may be, make sure that your stuff is titled and it's legitimate, right? So our Philippine journey has been here for quite some time. They've been through this process already, and what they're saying is, the lot that you're purchasing, the size, right, of the lot that you're purchasing, you have
Needs
to
to be
verify
surveyed.
that it needs to be surveyed before you can buy it. Not just surveyed, but the title has to be correct. And if it's a tax declaration, you got to make sure and find like, okay, how much taxes are owed on that property? Because if you title it, you have to pay back taxes. Let's say 5 years, 10 years, 15 years that the land hasn't been paid in taxes. And that's just, there you go.
So here's the crazy part, okay? So like we're just going about our lives, living in the province, going about our lives. We've gone to look at property and we'll go and we'll look and we're talking to them about the different prices or whatever. We're over here thinking like, okay, what are we going to do with this land if we buy it? All right, whatever. But then word travels so fast within the community that we have people coming up to us asking us if we've already bought land. Like, hey, did you buy that property? And then we'll have people come up to us and say, hey, how much are they selling it for? Oh, don't buy that. Or something like that, right? So these agents are people coming up to us telling us about the properties. And then they want to go and take us around and look at different properties. And then they want to cut. But Hobart's like, I'm not even like, I'll go look at properties and stuff, but I'm I'm the buyer. Like, why are you asking me to pay for it when I'm just, you guys are coming up to me. I'm not, he's not looking for the properties, but he's willing to go look and see it. But yeah, so it's just kind of weird. We haven't hired an agent for us to help us find property. It's just people who have, like, who know people who are selling, and then they're like, oh, well, I want a commission for finding you, something like that. So it's gotten kind of weird. And yeah, there's no, like, I don't think they're legally, like, licensed to be a real estate agent. They just call themselves the agent because they found you, and so they found a buyer. And then it's kind of like they take you to, like, we've seen at least 15 or 20 properties at this point, and we've had 3
A lot,
agents.
no, a lot more.
How
More
many
than
how many
25.
agents have we had?
25, I would say 25, and we've seen about 4 agents.
Mhm.
4 agents. I missed it. So several issues. Okay, our Philippines journey. Did you talk about that
No.
already? So our Philippines journey says several issues. Does the agent have a real estate license? And so I totally agree with you, right? So one of those things that I'm going to start asking is like, well, if you're asking for percentage, where's your real estate license, right? And a lot of times, what's happening is we're going around and they're telling us like, oh, it's this lot and this lot and this lot and this lot, right? And they're showing us this is where the mohon, which is where the property starts, and this is where it ends, right? But then I ask them questions like, all right, how big is the lot?
Uh-huh.
And they said, oh, it's 1 hectare, or it's a little bit less than 1 hectare. It's a little bit over than 1 hectare.
We've had them show us property that's not even the right place.
But they can't tell me the lot size square meter wise, And this happened before too. We were looking at a house, and the guy who was trying to sell it was selling it for 5 million, right? 5 million peso. This is a 1-story house, two bedroom, 1 bathroom, right? House. It's got a farm in the back. I think half a hectare or something like that. They were trying to sell it for 5 million. No, not even half a hectare, but it was just a little bit of corn in the back. And they were trying to sell it for 5 million. So I said, no, we're not going to buy it. Well, a couple of weeks later passed by. What I'm told is that property was only being sold for 3.5 million. And the guy, the real owner, wants to talk to me directly and say, hey, the house, we're going to sell it for 3.5 million, blah, 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 whatever. So the agents are just adding stuff into it,
trying to add more, get more money out of you.
Get more money out of you. They're not necessarily the owner or the person who controls the title. And so I have been very cautious. Dee and I have been very cautious, and like discussing these things. And hopefully, you guys, when you guys come out here purchasing land and things like that, you do the same, because how do you know? How can you verify if these things are right or wrong? You can't. You have to go to the proper authorities to make sure that the land is titled, tax declaration, and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's saying everybody's cousin is an agent, pretty much. And then in addition to the bill of sale, more often than not, it won't match with the sales price. Right. There's usually problems with bill of sales. There's usually issues with the title. And so buying a property, you know how hard it was for us to buy a car here? Took us 17 days to buy a car. I'd have to say probably buying property will take us at least 1, 2, 3 months. We wanted to buy a property. Here's something to tell you before I end the show. We want to buy a property. We made an offer, and everybody was in agreement. Okay, cool. Yeah, we were going to buy a property for 100 peso per square meter and pay $1 million, right? We can't get the property until April because there's already, because the farmer who's on it has to finish doing his routine of farming or whatever. So we would not be able to get ownership of that property till April. So basically, if we bought it in October, we wouldn't be able to do nothing with it until next year. So we were like, yeah, no, that's not a good thing for us either. Anyways, Let me see here. Come to Angela City. Yes. Mike and Arlene, when we get a chance, we'll go out there specifically just so we can talk to you guys about buying properties. Yeah. For now, we're still looking at properties, but we haven't bought anything. And we did make an offer, but then we had to be like, no, forget it. We can't see it until until April. That's not good for us. Oh, and then he's talking about the farmer issue. It's real weird. Typically, they do get, yeah, it gets tricky. Yeah. So that's where we're at with all that. But it's getting close to 11, and my kids get out of school, so I got to go pick them up. The person who installs the stove, they're here, so they're gonna go and install the stove, and I gotta go. But I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us today. We had a lot of fun on the stream.